What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Aziz. My name is Abdul Aziz Muhammad. I go to Prairie View A&M University. I'm a computer engineering major and with a Spanish minor. And today's video, which is going to be two videos, I'm going to be talking about the Gilman scholarship, which is something that if you're interested in studying abroad, is a scholarship that can be beneficial to you if you plan on getting credit for the scholarship. I am myself a Gilman scholarship recipient, actually 2 times. Once I applied for a study abroad program and the Gilman scholarship awarded me $4,000. However, my deadline to pay for the actual program had passed, so I couldn't use the $4,000. So I had to wait till next year and apply again. And that time the next time they gave me the Gilman scholarship, gave me $5,000, so which is a lot of money, and it pretty much covered all of my expenses for the program. So for those of you looking to study abroad, whether you go to Prairie View A&M University or University of Texas, it doesn't matter. And this video is for you. I'm gonna be talking about the 2 essays that it takes. I have my computer right here next with me. I'm going to be talking about the 2 essays that you have to write for the Gilman scholarship application, which are very simple. And then I'm going to post them, give you guys a link so you can look at my 2 essays just as a reference. It's not very, not very difficult. You can use it, as an outline. The Gilman scholarship website kind of outlines it for you. I'll post the link at the bottom in this description as well. So this first video, I'm gonna talk about the statement of purpose essay. You have 2 essays. You have the statement of purpose essay and you have the follow-on project. So this first video is gonna be about the follow-on project. This first video is going to be about the statement of purpose essay. So I'll post the link in the description, but if you go to www.gilmanscholarship.org/applicant/essays and you scroll down to statement of purpose essays, it just goes, it's a way to personalize the application. They really judge it based off the essays. There's other stuff, transcripts, GPA, where you going, but the majority of the judging of the scholarship is based off the essay. I just scooted my chair up. This chair is so small. So it says, when composing the statement of purpose essay, it is important to address the impact that your study abroad program or internship will have you on your academic, professional, and/or personal goals. You should address also the impact that receiving the Gilman scholarship would have on your achievement of these goals. Okay. So for the statement of purpose essay, to make it real simple, they want to know, where you're going, why you're going there, and they want to see what I've learned from my experience of writing this essay is they want to see diversity. So for me, it was, I was homeschooled, I'm an African American, I go to an HBCU, so that's 3 things that I could talk about. And then what is the reason for you going, what you're gonna visit when you're down there, because they're giving you money, so they want to know what your purpose is for going down there. And they pretty much on the website they outlined it. So let's take a look at a few of these questions that they ask to help you write the essay. So the first one says, why do you wish to study or intern abroad, and what factors led you to this decision? What do you hope to gain from, and what do you anticipate will be the impact of your experience abroad? See, they want to know why you're going to this location that you plan on going to, whether you're studying, taking classes, or you're doing an internship, or even service learning. They want to know, why do you wish to go to this place? What are the reasons? Are you attracted to? For me, I went to Santiago, Chile. I wanted to learn more about, the Chilean Spanish. I've read several articles that, Chilean Spanish is the hardest Spanish. If you can understand the Chilenos, the Chilean people, you'll be able to understand any Spanish in the world. So I was very intrigued. So Spanish is my minor. I was very intrigued on going there and improving my Spanish, as well as learning more about engineering from a Latin American or South American perspective. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go. I was also interested, I'm still interested in learning about how people learn different languages through technology, through different apps. So in my essay, I mentioned, Duolingo and things like that, how people are using these different apps to learn languages. The next question says, describe your study or intern abroad program. What factors led you to select this program and length of study? So describe your study or intern abroad program. So basically like I said, my intern was through International Studies Abroad, for which I am a global ambassador. So shout out to International Studies Abroad, ISA. I did an intern through ISA for 8 weeks in Santiago, Chile. I did an internship. I mentioned that I'm going to be doing an internship, what I would like to be doing the internship in, how long I'm going to be working. It was usually mine was Monday through Thursday. So these are some things you might want to mention in your essay, what you're going to be doing while you're down there in the classroom or at work or at volunteering, and then outside that time. They want to know academically and personally. It's not just all about academics. They want you to get branch far outside that, because you can learn from both sides. So what factors led you to select this program and length of study? I chose 8 weeks, mainly because of the timeline. I want to go back to school earlier, so I want to come back home earlier, so I chose 8 weeks. You can do 10. It depends on the program that you choose, but I chose to do 8 weeks preferably because I didn't want to be there for 10. And then the more weeks you choose is money, so you have the money to pay for 10 weeks, go ahead and pay for 10 weeks. The next question says, why have you chosen your country of study? What factors led you to select this country? Santiago. I chose Chile. For me, I chose ISA. ISA was one of the programs that had internships for engineering majors, so I chose ISA. They had, I believe, London, South Korea, Spain, and Chile. Chile was the cheapest option, honestly, so that's one of the reasons why I chose Chile, to be honest with you. And Spain and London and Korea, I think would have been a lot more expensive, especially as far as the flight. That would definitely been expensive, and I didn't want to jump between one flight to the next. I just have that fear of my baggage getting lost, and I seen it happen to some friends, and I was like, I know I have to face that one day, but I don't want to do it at that time now. Not at all. So after I go over these questions, I'm going to pull up my essay and we're going to go over each point together. So this next, for the for the statement of purpose essay, it says, how will this study or intern abroad program and the coursework you take abroad impact your academic and future professional goals? Very important question, because you will need to answer this in the essay. This is something that they look for, while you're going out there and when you're coming back. The effect that it will have on you out there, when you're out there at the country of your choice, and then when you come back, how will it affect you? So whether you are studying, psychology, electrical engineering, it doesn't matter. They want to know the impact. Like, what is this? How is this Spanish course or how is this psychology course gonna affect your academic? Like, is it gonna improve your GPA? Will you be able to take this class at another country, get credit for it, and then transfer back so you don't have to take it here? And then future professional goals, internship, like I did an internship. I can have these people, I really did a good job. They offered me to come back and work with them. So these are some people that I can possibly get a letter of recommendation from if I'm applying for a job or graduate school or PhD. I can get, or even a scholarship, I can ask them to, because I've made a connection with them. I still talk with them on Instagram, Facebook. I connected with them and I actually did a lot of work, so I can potentially get a letter of recommendation from my supervisors at the internship I did in Chile. I can also improve me professionally. My Spanish has improved, so that's something that I've talked to people. I literally had to do part of an interview for a company last year in Spanish, and I believe the conversation, my Spanish development in Chile helped out a ton. So academically, classes you won't have to take. You improve and you learn faster at this country than you would at your home country. So it just depends on what are your academic goals, future goals. So list out those academic goals and those professional goals that you want to achieve, and include that, incorporate that in the essay, because they want to know, how is this going to help you improve, personally, mentally, maybe spiritually, but mainly those two, academically and your future career goals. Maybe you want to work outside your home country. Going out is a great way to experience that, what you may experience in your future career goal. That's a great experience to go on. So now this other question. It says, I know it's a lot of questions, but I promise y'all it's worth it. It's completely worth it. You will find it very beneficial, because I didn't have that much help writing my essays. I had a few, but it wasn't to the T, and I really want to help those out there, because I wish I had a video like this, and it's very thorough. I'm going to show you the essays, and it's very simple, guys. Okay, so this next question, I'm talking too much. Are there any distinctive components to this program beyond coursework, so you're talking about outside of work, that will impact your overall learning experience abroad, i.e. home stays, internships, field research, volunteer activities, extracurricular activities, etc.? So, that will impact your overall learning experience abroad. So from my experience personally, from going down there and coming back, I plan to, in the essay, I talked about, visiting Viña del Mar, Valparaíso, el reloj de flores I think it's in the flower clock, if I'm correct. It's in Viña del Mar in Chile, Viña del Mar. I went out, I traveled. That's the main thing they're talking about, traveling. They want to know, like it says, traveling builds your self-confidence. Get lost here, get lost there. How is that going to affect your learning experience abroad? Will that build your self-confidence, or will it tear you down? Did you stay in a home state? I stayed in a home state. So staying in a home state allowed me to interact more with the people, the locals. I had a host mom, a host brother, a host sister. They had a maid. The maid was from Bolivia. My host mom took me to different places around the city. I learned new words. When she went out of town, I had a babysitter. She was nice. She taught me some new words. I taught her how to use her phone. So, you're constantly learning, whether it's always self-development. You're building your self-confidence. You're taking a leadership role, especially if you're with a group or you're by yourself. You have to take ownership of where you're at. That self-confidence builds whether you get lost. Like I got lost several times, and there was some days where I thought I was never going to make it back home. So I had to, learn to build that self-confidence up. Internships, volunteer activities, extracurricular activities. I participated in different activities while at work. I went to see different presentations. I got to see some of the graduate students and PhD students do their presentations. Some presentations from different professors and researchers from, I believe, Italy came down and spoke. I traveled on my own around the city. I went to Valparaiso and Viña del Mar and visited by myself because I wanted to travel and get that experience. Like, what if I mess up? What am I gonna do? I wanted to put myself in a situation to force myself to think about what I could do, how I could react to the situation. What am I learning from this? What can I get out of it? And this last question, I know it's getting long, but we're gonna stop soon. What challenges, if any, did you face in your decision to study abroad? How did you meet these challenges, and what impact do you foresee them having on your experience abroad? These could include, but not are limited to, being a parent, being a non-traditional student, having a learning or physical disability, being in a field of study for which it's difficult to incorporate studying abroad. Exactly. This is some key stuff that you want to keep in mind. You know, one of the difficulties that, or decisions, difficult decisions that I had in my program was, Chile doesn't have a lot of black people. That's just what it is. And at the time, and now I'm assuming still, they had people from, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, Peru. And when I went there, I got a lot of eyes. I got eyes on the bus. I'm talking about here, eyes on the subway, eyes in the mall, eyes at work. I mean, even my first day of work, the security guard stopped me. He said, "Where you going?" They got used to it. I'll pull up some pictures. I'll make a video, but at the end of my program, close to the end, they wanted to take pictures with me, but I got stares. That was something that I had to overcome. Like, all that attention. I got people asking me, am I Dominican? Am I Puerto Rican? Am I Haitian? Am I Colombian? And I remember sitting on the bus one day and the guy was just, I would look away and then look back and he would still be like, and I just wanted to say something, but you never know what kind of stare. If it's a stare like you look good or you attractive, or what are you doing here? It's just difficult, but that's something that I experienced on, my time abroad. So just having to overcome that, being, I guess, in a way unique, but I really enjoyed it.